Alright everybody, thank you so much for clicking on the video and checking out the channel. My name is Bluebelly, and in this episode here on our Case IH farm, we're going to be doing a little bit of field prep work. We're going to use this slurry tanker. We just bought it, a brand new slurry tanker. I wanted to find one that seemed like it would fit with our series here. Not too big, not too small, just right. So we got this one. I believe it came from King Mods. I wanted to go with all stuff from the in-game mod hub, but not possible with this series. So I think this looks like a nice, appropriate size for the equipment that we're running. It's not too big, not too small. It should be just right for these fields. So we're going to come down here to our extra field. Now you can see there's this bump right here that's going to give us grief because we have to go back to that trigger. So might be a little bit of unrealistic maneuvering here, but I will do the best that I can given the circumstances. The terraforming on this save has been very challenging for me. I don't blame the game, I blame user error. So, well, that wasn't awful. Hopefully we can get the rest of the way back in here and get this filled up with slurry. Alright, there it goes, filling up. And that's 5,000 liters. And we're gonna actually use it on this former cornfield that's right down below here. I might need to check my might need to check my buttons here. We'll go with I guess that's good. And now let's see how it looks with the. Yeah, that's not too bad. It looks kind of gross, which is what you want. That's gonna be a problem where that's brown already. Trying to figure out where I've been and where I'm going. Oh, look at that. How fast it's using it. Oh boy. So it looks like we are not going to get much of this field, but I'm going to do a down and back, and once we're empty, I'm going to get another tractor started on plowing this in. After corn, you have to plow. You can't just cultivate. So we will be plowing this in, and we'll be starting off the new crop on a state of fertilizing, which is great. So we're in February right now. We'll be putting a crop in here probably next month, maybe 2 months. April sounds about right. So this is good. This is going to be tricky trying to figure out where we've been. You can tell that it's a little bit like wet looking as opposed to just brown, so I'll do my best. It's actually easier to see where the render distance is far down there than it is up here close. But for those of you that are not familiar, slurry is the liquid version of manure, usually heavily urine, but some farms separate out. They like filter it out so that the solid manure stays a little more crunchy and solid, and they sling that on with a different machine, and then they let the liquid manure go into a storage tank and then eventually spread it on a field like this. So it is historically, or not historically accurate. Well, it is that to our 90s series here, but it's also agriculturally accurate to do this in the kind of American Midwest region that I've been claiming that this series is trying to establish. So we're at 30% right now. We won't get all the way down, but we'll get pretty far, I think. I wouldn't say I'm disappointed in the amount of coverage. I think the width is appropriate. I think the size of the tank is probably good. This will be really hard though if we want to do this on fields that are farther away. So this might just be a job that we do occasionally, because I want to say we had something like 15,000 liters, so we won't even be able to finish this whole field, which is alright, I guess. Well, we're almost going to make it all the way down here. We might make it to the end. Was not expecting that. Huh. Alright, well, that's not terribly bad. Down, up, down, or up, down, up. You get the idea. Alright. That's pretty slick. Well, that's a nice little tool. I should have checked the horsepower requirement on this. We might be able to do this job with one of the smaller tractors, actually. Let's go ahead and just leave this here, because we'll use this tractor on... Okay, I didn't meant to go the other way, but here we are. On the chisel plow. This thing is just perfect for this farm. Again, not too big, not too small. Works great. Before I start in on this, though, I do want to check and see if it gives us a fertilized state. So it's saying 53, 54%. Interesting. All right. Get this around here. Go ahead. We do not have create fields on, so it'll stay within the existing field. And now when I hop out and check this, yeah, so it's saying 50% fertilized. But if I go check where we don't have that fertilizer, it's showing 0. Okay, so yeah, it's giving us 1. It's giving us 1 state of fertilizer. So once we get the crop in, we can do either solid... Actually, if we use the seeder, we can do a solid fertilizer and we'll be all done. We won't have to spray, because this plow will prevent us from having weeds. So this should be a win-win. Gonna be a real nice field. Not entirely sure what I want to put in here. Something that rotates off after corn well. Maybe beans. Maybe we do soybeans. Which reminds me, shoot, I forgot to sell our grain out of the silos. I think they were all at their high point. Oh. 763, huh? Dang. And then... Okay. Sunflowers are at their high point. Maybe we take a little break from this job and do that. Okay, soybeans go high in summer. I did not realize that. And corn, 730. That's not awful. But we might as well wait a little bit longer and try to catch corn a little bit better. Seeds, we're not selling our seeds. Diesel, we're not selling that. Okay. Oh, and we have 17,000 slurry. Alright, good. So we want to keep doing the slurry job. We want to sell the sunflowers. And we want to finish plowing. Well, we won't finish plowing in this episode, but I just wanted to show the process. One thing I've noticed is that some people don't necessarily watch the whole video, and sometimes people will just pop in for part of a series. And so to not see how this all fits together kind of doesn't make sense. So I wanted to jump from job to job there real quick and let people have a chance to see how that works. Alright, pick this up, get it turned around. Now I'm assuming that the worker would not follow this line. So I'm just going to keep this here for a minute. I think the slurry tanker does have a PTO shaft on the back. So I don't remember if, like, does this work with the mower? Because the mower needs a PTO. Yeah, okay. So this 460 and the H do not work on implements that require a PTO. Probably not the M either. So that acts as a cultivator. I don't think we want to do that. Leave the M on there. So the 1206 would probably be a good fit for this job. We haven't been using the 1206 as much now that we have 2 higher horsepower tractors. So maybe we'll use this on this job. Here, we'll hop in. I'm glad this isn't smell-o-vision, because that slurry is going to stank. Be stanky. Alright. Got our little slanted road that we didn't bother leveling when we put it in. See, that looks just right to me. Just right. I was trying to find if there was a good American brand of slurry spreaders, and I just didn't really find anything that made sense for this time period. So, okay, we are going to swing this bad boy right around, and then back it up through this little... Nope. Come on back. I might have to hop out and try this. It's a little bit tricky because, for one thing, I'm not using a wheel and everything is backwards. So, and now we're stuck. Okay. I didn't mean to get out there. I meant to change the camera. All right. Oh, no, not that way. Sorry about this, guys. This is the stuff that the other YouTubers cut out because they don't want to know that, want you to know that they struggle too. If I could just fix the terraforming, this would be a non-issue. How is this even possible? Can't even go through the wide open gate now. I just thought I could use that to get a little bit of extra space, but I was wrong. Alright, now there it goes. See? As easy as that. Why didn't I just do that to start with? Okay. That actually looks That actually looks pretty good on there. Pretty natural fit. What a smelly job. By rights, we should be in the cab tractor, probably. Cut down on the stink a little bit. A delightful addition to the farm. The next thing I'm gonna add in the late spring, early summer is a round baler, so we can make bales for the growing cows over here. So we'll have TMR for the milk cows, and then big round hay bales for the heifers and calves. It'll be much easier giving them a several thousand liter round bale rather than carrying a dozen small square bales by hand. Also, something I think that's realistic, right? To have a round bale for calves that, really small calves, of course, would be on milk or formula, but once they reach a certain age, I don't think it's outside of the reasonable, realistic playthrough style to just feed them hay, let them graze. Yeah, this isn't bad at all. This is not too bad. If I didn't have my little backing up snafu and I didn't stop to plow that little bit, we could probably do this whole field in 20 minutes. Which I don't think is over the top. It's a decent sized field. It's as fast as a lot of other jobs we would do on this field. So, I like it. I want to say the description said it's at 9 meters. So, I think that's exactly the same size as our mower, which I think is great. We should make it right to the end here. And then 2 more loads available to us if needed. That part's going to be a little bit tricky, but I think we can do it. Just going to clear up this end while it finishes up. There we go. Alrighty. Alright, for our final job, we will go make a little bit of money. Take advantage of those. Take advantage of those good grain prices and sell off these sunflowers. Okay. I'm going to take the highly realistic path, cutting straight across my hayfield. Yeehaw. We're gonna go 50 miles an hour and have the truck fly off the ground. Perfect. I didn't actually double check and make sure that I'm going to the right place. Should do that. Grain. Sunflowers. Cooperative. Which is... That's Agro-Pet. Agro-Terra. Methane. Tubers, Agro-Pet, dairy products. Cooperative. Okay. I think it's just in there. Because this is, yeah, it's right in there. Okay. What do you think we're going to get? 7,000 liters. I think we'll push 15 grand, right? No, not quite. 12 grand. $11,600. We'll take it. Off of that little patch there. That's a pretty good price if you ask me. Alrighty, everybody. Thanks so much for checking out the episode. My name is Bluebelly, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.